Quick question for you. What is the greatest game of all time? Maybe it's an older classic like Ocarina of Time. Or maybe it can be a newer game like Baldur's Gate 3. Or hear me out, maybe it's something global reaching, like a Fortnite. Or something that's been re-released a million times over, like a Skyrim. Let's be honest, the answer to this question is so subjective, and the question itself doesn't really matter as long as you're enjoying your time. However, there does exist a handful of games that breaks the mold. Games so goated that I just can't help but hear about them no matter what little corner of the internet I'm hiding in. Yeah, Elden Ring is one of those games. I feel like I've only ever heard good things about Elden Ring. And the crazy part is, this is but one game in that FromSoftware portfolio. You know, the portfolio that's conjured the literal genre-defining term of Soulslike. I feel like that's a lot of clout in and of itself. And so I wanted to answer this question for myself. Is Elden Ring one of the greatest games of all time? But more importantly, is it fun? I'm gonna take you on a journey from my time as a little baby tarnished wretch all the way up to my encounter with Godric the Grafted and the liberation of Stormvale. This is my experience playing Elden Ring for the first time, and I've also actually never played a Souls game before, so this should be pretty easy, right? Let's do it.
Before actually hopping into the game, it was recommended that I check out the story trailer for Elden Ring. I'm a big story guy and I love a good narrative, and I was under the impression that all these Souls games, from Dark Souls to Bloodborne or Elden Ring, all shared the same lore or existed within similar universes. Kind of like how every Final Fantasy game is its own unique story and setting, but shares similar themes, character names, and other constants throughout each game, such as Moogles and Chocobos and whatnot. Turns out that's not quite the case for Elden Ring here, as the connections, if any, may be loose, and the way that the story or lore is presented to the player in Elden Ring isn't as straightforward as in other games. Sure, there's some dialogue, but it's not something that happens frequently and doesn't necessarily give the player a step-by-step breakdown about what's going on. As I would come to understand, the narrative and the writing doesn't coddle me. It treats me as if I've always been a denizen of this setting, and instead of telling, it mostly shows. So what are we working with here? This is my current insight into the game. The Rune of Death was stolen, causing a cascade of unfortunate events to occur. Demigods fell, starting with Godwyn the Gold. Queen Marika went insane or something, and the shattering ensued. A war between what I'm assuming are demigods and their respective factions, perhaps. The Elden Ring was broken. Now, in my mind, I'm picturing a literal ring, but I also like the idea that maybe the Elden Ring stands for a conclave or convocation of gods or demigods who kept the world in order. And with that broken, everything basically went to shit. General Radahn and Malenia, two badass-looking characters, are locked in perpetual combat, seemingly ending with Radahn sealing off Malenia in some fashion, and thus the world is waiting for the Elden Lord to return, perhaps to either heal or further fracture this land, presumably the former. And my biggest question is, who wanted the Elden Ring broken and why?
Unless, of course, thou shouldst take the crown.
I just might, you know. I knew that for my first playthrough, I wanted a nice basic start and the melee experience. As a newcomer, when I think of Dark Souls or games of that nature, I think of melee combat. So let me introduce you to Big Pompin, my specimen of a wretch.
I'm a freaking specimen, dude. Holy crap.
I'm also not taking a keepsake here because I just don't want to. And right off the bat, I received some important clarification. This image does insinuate that the Elden Ring is indeed a physical ring, or perhaps some sort of seal or glyph. And while it could be either of those, I'm still banking on it being some sort of representation for law and order. The demigods are the offspring of Queen Marika, and the breaking of the Elden Ring ultimately triggered the shattering, and not necessarily the other way around.
That triggered the shattering. I thought the shattering triggered the breaking of the Elden Ring.
And it seems we, the Tarnished, there are multiples of us, blessed by grace, have risen again to perhaps become Elden Lord. Now, immediately upon spawning into the game, I beheld the Elden Ring.
Okay.
All these messages and bloodstains told me to find the secret path, so I did.
I guess we do as the bloodstain does. Let's go! Woo!
And then I found this spider dude,
Oh shit! What the hell?
who immediately proceeded to kick my ass.
I'm dead. Kev is dead.
But that's okay, because now I can go into this tutorial cave and show off my fighting prowess.
I can't hit this bitch.
This tutorial is very much needed, because if there's one thing I know about FromSoft games, is they have a reputation for being difficult.
I'm just gonna break his shield with my club. Club swing! Ow!
And I don't have the reputation for playing many ARPGs.
Ow! I'm dead.
Especially ones of this nature. The last one I played was Final Fantasy 16, but I can already tell that this is going to be an entirely different beast. So yes, I eventually beat who I would consider to be the mini-boss for this tutorial, a mini-boss who would end up being just a basic bitch enemy in the open world.
What's up, bitch?
And the open world of Elden Ring is kind of what sets it apart from other games and adds to its difficulty even.
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Limb grade.
I feel like in many games there's some sort of level scaling or clear progression. You start in zone 1, the mobs here are tailored to around your level, and there are quest markers or indicators that make it easy to understand when it's time to proceed. And while Elden Ring has this grace mechanic to guide you, it's not so straightforward.
Ow! What the fuck? You asshole?
So first off, I met this guy named Vare, and he called me maidenless.
You are maidenless.
Excuse you?
Which, while true, I feel like it's kind of rude since we don't really have that kind of relationship.
I mean, he's not wrong, but I mean, you don't have to call brother out like that.
But this is a great example of how the world building and story progression of Elden Ring really works. It's a quick piece of dialogue, and it's not like we can repeat that dialogue or it goes into some sort of journal, but it's letting us know that without a maiden or runes, we are pretty much starting at the bottom of the barrel.
I was just looking at him so intently right now.
Okay, so back to what sets Elden Ring apart from other games. I just spawned in here, and now I see this big-ass dude on this big-ass horse, who I tried to give a nice compliment to, but I guess he didn't like that.
Hello, sir. You look mighty dapper in your golden armor. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I did pretty okay in this initial fight. Like, I got some hits in,
What's up? Ow!
and I dodged some attacks.
Woo! I'm gonna pop one of these real quick. Ow!
But eventually, the realization kicked in.
This guy seems kind of strong.
But as the optimistic kind of person that I am, I was endeavored to get back up again
I feel like we were close. I feel like we almost had him, you know?
and kick this guy's ass.
Ow! 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 I'm dead.
And I did this again.
What's up, bitch? Let's go!
And again.
I pressed the wrong button! I pressed the wrong button!
And again.
Wait, we almost had him, dude. Look at his health.
I dreamt about how cool it would have been to beat the Tree Sentinel right out the gate on my first ever playthrough, an enemy clearly placed here to teach new Elden Ring players a lesson. And that lesson is that things are not so linear in this game, which I actually really appreciate. So yes, I decided to sidestep this fool for the moment, and that's what I met Santa.
You're not after my throat.
Ho, ho, ho. A lot of people after your throat, huh?
Now the game is clearly trying to push me in a certain direction here. Vari name dropped Stormvale Castle,
Oh, that's the castle.
and the Grace is leading northwards. But I'm the type of gamer that loves to explore, especially in the opposite direction of whatever game I'm playing is trying to lead me towards. And this being day one, I figured I'd just kind of explore around. I ventured into this spooky catacomb.
I don't know if I'm strong enough to...
I was not strong enough.
Oh, shit!
Plus, I was still getting used to the controls.
I pressed the wrong button again! I pressed square to attack for some reason.
And yet, I still ventured on with great fury and rage.
Take that! Take that!
In what I would call my trial by fire.
Ah!
Here's where I found my first helmet.
Dude, I have a freaking knife in my head.
And in the darkness, I honed my perception skills.
Yeah, I saw you. You thought you were sneaky? Huh?
Oh! But clearly, I was not ready to take on these catacombs.
Oh, that was that one over there.
So I just left.
Look at that badonkadonk. Oh my gosh.
And eventually, I met Melina, who I probably will just end up calling Melina for the rest of time, but she was talking about finger maidens.
Finger maidens, excuse me?
And she also called me maidenless.
Everyone keeps saying that. Why does everyone keep bringing that up?
But I am noticing a fingering theme going on here, especially considering some of these items I'd end up finding. But the good news is I'm no longer maidenless, and she gave me a horse.
Damn, she already giving me gifts.
By the way, have I mentioned how beautiful this game looks?
Oh my god, it's so pretty, but watch him reach into his ass. He's like, oh, I don't have anything in my ass right now.
Utilizing this new steed, I decided to wage war on this camp of Godric soldiers, just outside Stormvale's gates.
I feel like staying on the horse is the move, man. Oh!
I found this great sword that I'd end up using to this day.
Oh, a great sword?
And with this newfound power, I ended up taking on the mini boss of this camp.
Come. He came! He came!
I really like this sword though. It's quite an upgrade from the club I was using.
Oh, he's alive!
And it's great for stabbing people in the butt.
Oh, right in the butt! Right in the butt again! Oh, man. You know, we doing some butt stabbing is good. Oh, right. I love the sword.
Now, over in this area, I found a pretty interesting interaction.
Stop pretending you can't see me.
Wait, I can't see you. Wait, who's this guy? Who's talking to me?
I used my hidden rolling jutsu to reveal this guy.
I'm rolling. I'm rolling. I'm rolling. I'm rolling. Just keep on rolling.
And I think this is pretty cool. It's a different kind of way to meet somebody, and Bach himself seems pretty nice, and he gave me some shrooms.
Oh, thanks. I always love mushrooms.
I did learn this new Ash of War for my sword, so I'm getting a better idea about how I actually get stronger in Elden Ring, finding better equipment, leveling up, Ashes of War, and maybe even upgrading weapons.
Is that it?
And lastly, I met the witch Rena. I'm pretty curious as to who she is and what she's all about. I'm thinking she's definitely got her hands in the plot, considering she was narrating the story trailer and that earlier cutscene that I saw. But I'm excited to see what her role is moving forward. Perhaps she's just an observer, a chronicler, or maybe she's got much more at stake here. And that was day 1 of playing Elden Ring for the first time. Overall initial impressions, it's very fun and challenging, but the difficulty of this game hasn't deterred me in any way. If anything, I've actually been enjoying the challenge. It's a nice change of pace, not just from a combat perspective, but also from the overall gameplay loop. Not knowing where to go and not knowing what the hell is going on is kind of refreshing, and I'm excited to uncover more of this as I continue. Small side tangent here, but you probably noticed by now some of the chatter going on behind my big bald head. Yes, I've been streaming my playthrough and my community is full of some Elden Ring veterans. But fear not, they've been instructed to not spoil anything. They'll offer me some help or clarity if I ask for it, but that's mostly for gameplay mechanics. I'm also a content whore and would like to experience as much as possible, so they'll let me know if I should spend more time in an area to discover something I might potentially miss. But spoiling anything as far as story, boss encounters and mechanics, and even the way I level my character is a no-no. I'm not trying to min-max here, I'm just trying to have a good time.
We got a cave over here. Let's go in the cave. Yes, coastal cave. This is what that guy was talking about, the invisible guy.
Today, I decided to go to the beach because my new friend Bach said he lost something in a cave on the coast. And with no side quests or quest markers in this game, I wanted to see if he was telling the truth. And he was. There's my buddy Bach.
Oh, you came here. Oh, it's that guy.
Now, I probably would have come down here at some point in the future to explore this cave naturally anyway, but it's pretty cool to see it organically emerge in this way. And this cave was pretty dark and spooky, which begs the question, have you seen The Descent?
I'm just gonna swing wild. This is like The Descent. This is like the Descent.
Here's where I summoned my first cooperator, Old Knight Istvan, and I gotta say, it was pretty comforting to have an ally on my side for once.
Is my boy putting in the work? Oh, I feel like my boy's putting in the work right now.
I still got my ass kicked though, so I decided to beef up the party and try out that summoning that Rena gave me, which is pretty damn cool.
Oh shit, I got freaking wolves, baby. Let's just go. Let's just charge him head on.
This is my first time seeing anything magic related in this game, and I was hoping that there was the possibility to do some sort of summoning build, but it turns out we can only have one summon at a time.
Through just sheer attrition, we're taking these guys.
But through the power of friendship, I was able to take down these two chieftains.
I'm gonna heal up again. Enemy found, let's freaking go.
I gave Bach the sewing needle I found, and he offered me his assistance. Bach seems like a really nice fellow and a good guy.
Can he finally make me pants?
By the way, I've gotten a few levels under my belt now. I've been putting points into vigor with some endurance and strength, and I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty strong now.
I'm freaking strong now. Y'all can't touch me. Oh shit, they're touching me.
I found this downed dragon. Looks like we can do some communion shenanigans here, so I'll keep this in mind. I started to explore the nearby lake and went up this ravine when something kind of crazy happened.
Wait, I was invaded? What do you mean I was invaded?
Now, I thought this was a PvP thing.
I could take this guy no problem.
And I imagine this is what PvP may look like in this game, but turns out,
Oh!
it was just this bloody finger dude.
Oh, what was that? That thing has range. He just...
And this guy was the biggest cheater I ever done seen.
Oh, he cheated. He cheated. Only I could do that. I'm the main character. Oh!
But that's when this other dude came to my rescue. I let him do a lot of the dirty work.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, go get his ass. Tank for me a little bit.
And then I went in for the kill steal.
Oh yeah, he's kicking his ass. Let's go!
Turns out his name is Yura, and he seems like a pretty swell guy.
Yo, you saved my ass. This ass right here.
Now, when I think about Elden Ring or Dark Souls from the outside looking in, I don't really think about PvP. But clearly, there are PvP mechanics in this game that allows people to invade other players. Which brings me to this question. How many of you PvP in Elden Ring? Is there a large PvP scene? I know I can summon allied players to my side as well, but I don't imagine I'll be getting into any multiplayer shenanigans in the near future, especially for this first playthrough. I went into this nearby cave and met Patches.
Oh, hello, Patches. How are you? Ow!
As you can see, I've been working on my blocking and counterattacks here. I was gonna get the thing off and then he just... He did kick my ass a few times, but eventually I overpowered him and we became friends.
There's a reason why we get along so well. Look at my undies. Like 2 peas in a pod, huh?
Now apparently Patches might be a recurring character in Souls games or FromSoft games. At the very least, I'm told that he's a beloved character. He had this secret chest he told me not to look in, which obviously made me want to look in it. I just couldn't help myself.
Oh, what is that?
Turns out I shouldn't have done that. I just hope he's not mad at me. And no, I'm not messing around with these big ass bears at all. You can't fool me again, game.
We're gonna go this way, pick some flowers along the way, you know, everything's chill.
Oh, what the fuck? So I went back to the lake because I saw some folks having a nice bonfire.
Oh, shit! What the fuck?
Elden Ring continues to surprise me, and surprisingly, this dragon actually seems somewhat beatable.
Wait, I think we can beat this guy. He can't hit me for shit.
Now, I was told that hitting his head would do more damage.
Yeah, I'm trying to specifically avoid his head for certain reasons, you know what I mean?
But his head also breathes fire.
Oh, I went into the fire.
Nevertheless, I decided to give this fight a few more tries, which made very evident one of the bad habits I have when it comes to playing Elden Ring.
Oh! Why did I do that?
I still haven't shaken this habit to this day.
If you haven't noticed, I have a habit of pressing the dismount horse button.
Not quite yet.
I pressed it again!
I was locked in epic combat with this dragon for a bit, but ultimately, I decided to tackle him fresh the next day.
He hits Oh!
Lastly, I spent some time in a nearby mine. This is pretty much how my experience went.
No.
But I found the boss hidden in the mine.
Oh, he's down again. He's down.
He was a lot squishier than I'd have imagined.
We just kick his ass. And with the smithing stones that I found, I was able to upgrade my weapon to a +3. And that was the end of day 2. While we still haven't progressed to Stormvale yet, I've actually been having so much fun just exploring the map. It's awesome to see these dynamic events occur in the open world, such as the invasion and the dragon, and it's pretty awesome to come across all sorts of caves and dungeons because I never know what I might find in there, or if I'm even strong enough to be in there. Oh, and for anyone interested, I've died 54 times thus far. Before we tackle the dragon, maybe we keep like exploring a little bit around the lake and then go try to take on that dragon. Today, I have one singular goal in mind: defeat the dragon. And while I think that I have what it takes to grind out a victory as I am now, I figured that it wouldn't hurt to grab a few more levels, so I needed to train. Hello, doggy. Ow! Ow! And I needed to fight. Go get him, dogs! Go get him! Oh! And I needed to loot. Feel like nothing can stop me. No! No! It's one of these again! And that's how I ended up in this situation. Oh! What the f- What the hell was that? Yeah, this place was pretty freaking rough. All right, this side is clean. If I need a place to run, I run over here. Oh! Rough, but doable. My strategy was to clear out one side of the room to give myself some space. I just make my way over here. You can't see me. I'm just gonna walk around him now. And then I would take out these skeleton bug looking dudes. Okay. All right, he's down. He's down, he's down. And after, I would explore more of the area, taking shelter when necessary. Little pit stop. Little pit stop in here real quick. Little pit stop in here. He hit me from up there! This went on for many cycles until eventually I realized that the entrance/exit to this cave was actually pretty close to where I spawned in. Can't touch this, no, can't touch this, no. So I was pretty home free from the start. And that's when I found myself in a strange new land. This doesn't seem chill. Does anyone have tryptophobia? Is that what it's called? Yeah, this place didn't seem very friendly. Welcome to Florida. And the residents here were kind of crazy. Oh, wait, hold up. But this, oh my God. Like they were definitely on something here. What the f is that? What the f is that? I put my sword in places no sword should go. Oh, right. Oh, shit. I did want to explore this area just a little bit more. And that's when I found this town full of ghosts. Celia, town of, oh, shit. Where the hell did you come from? Turns out this is a place of sorcery. Oh, wait, hold on. Not gonna lie, I've been a little bit curious about the magic playstyle of Elden Ring here. Oh, he has the big sword! But I'm pretty resolved and still having a ton of fun with melee combat. Right in your ghostly butt, son. If anything, I'd like to find a way to enhance my melee capabilities. I think it'd be awesome to find some sort of spell to buff myself, either offensively and or defensively. I decided to leave this area not losing sight of my ultimate goal for the day, the dragon, and that's when I was invited to a party. I mean, I'm not gonna get an invite to the Round Table Hold and not go to the Round Table Hold, you know what I mean? There's definitely a lot of interesting characters here, one of them being D, who hunts down those who live in death to weed their death root. And then he mentions a mariner of some sort, very spooky indeed. Now I'm wondering what those who live in death are all about. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this world and all this lore, but we're currently playing in the lands in between. I'm wondering if this means between life and death, like that middle purgatory state or something, or perhaps it signifies the space between hell and heaven, or the land of the gods, or whatever their counterparts might be in this game. This dude right here, Corin, is of the Golden Order. I wonder if this is related to Godwin the Golden in some way. This guy over here is telling me I need to claim myself a great rune for the Round Table Hold to truly welcome me, and that I'd also receive the grace of the Two Fingers. So perhaps the Two Fingers is godlike or divine in some way. Nevertheless, I feel like we should warm up with one finger first. Then I met Fia. Are you hitting on me right now? She really wanted to hold me. Wait, what? told me. This was quite the party. Reminds me of my college days. What can I say? I'm a new man now. Okay, why is it a bald blessing, huh? Then I met this smithing dude. He mentioned something about her. Of her. Who's her? But who? Who is her? So yeah, what a cast of characters this was. By the way, all these questions and thoughts I'm posing are rhetorical at this time. If you know the answers to these questions, I'd prefer it if you didn't spoil it. Thank you. But now, it's time to take on the dragon of the lake, Agil. I wanted to employ a combination of combats on foot, you know, getting nice and personal with this guy. I tried to get in that cheeky hit. As well as some mounted hit and run tactics. Did we get his wing? Okay, we didn't get his wing there. And this fight was a learning experience. Oh, why did I go that way? But with every attempt, I was becoming more comfortable with the boss's skill set. Oh, we got it off. And all the leveling was starting to pay off. Okay, we're not dying from one hit from this guy anymore. Okay, we're almost dead. Now, I did want to talk about mounted combat in this game because it's actually viable, especially for this fight. I'm trying to remember the last game I played where mounts were more than just a traveling mechanism. Maybe we stay on the horse? The horse seems to be working. And the only games that are really coming to mind for me personally is the Mount & Blade series. All this to say that I've actually really been enjoying fighting on horseback, and I like that it can be a legit strategy here. During my last attempts, I started utilizing more heavy swings from horseback. You know, I mean, that's pretty freaking efficient right there, I would say. And in between being burnt to a crisp, oh, I gotta go back in there. It was locked onto his head. Accidentally dismounting. Whoa! I dismounted again. And testing the limits of my greed, I saw the animation going and I got too greedy. I had whittled down the dragon to about half health. No, I didn't mean to hit that again. Uh-oh. We have no health anymore. But with only a sliver of health remaining for myself, I would have to play perfectly from here on out. I missed! I couldn't afford to make any mistakes. I missed! I missed my opening! I missed again! I'm throwing! I used the environment to my advantage. What the f is that? Why is that thing in there? Please don't get me. Oh, I hit him! But so did the dragon. Come down here, bitch! I'm right here! Come get me! After resetting him to the middle of the lake again, and after what seemed like an eternity, I had finally slain Agil the dragon. Let's go! Let's go! Let's freaking go! With one sliver of health, a little bit of health in a dream, just a little bit of passion, a little bit of fiery passion. And holy crap, y'all, what a fun fight this really was. Just an awesome encounter all around. And I feel like I really earned this victory. And I think that's what's so satisfying about Elden Ring. It truly is a challenge, and overcoming that difficulty is so satisfying. At the end of day 3, I have died a total of 78 times, and here's my current level and stats. From day 4 onwards, we're taking Stormvale Castle, and I got a lot to say about this place. But first, I'm taking care of some unfinished business. Yeah, I have a freaking horse now, buddy. When I first encountered the tree sentinel, I was but a naked noob. What a big goober. How the tides have turned. On guard! But now, I'm still a naked noob, but I have a horse, so... Oh, we beat him! I wanted to finish exploring this lake area, and this is where I found my first ever jail. I tried to block his ass, but I didn't block his ass. Clad in shadowy purple, Bloodhound Knight Darwill was a fearsome opponent, and he looked pretty damn cool. But on my second attempt, I utilized my secret spin to win technique in order to overcome this foe. He can't touch me! I'm too freaking strong! Easiest fight of my life. Dude, I'm strong now. I found this little procession on the southeastern side of the lake. Yo! There's something going on over there. It was really awesome to see something like this in the game. It just makes the world feel a bit more alive. And I found myself a big ass axe, something I definitely like to try in the future. I've also been trying to make some time to go through item descriptions. I'm told this is one of the ways lore is found in this game. And lastly, before taking on Stormvale, I went back to the catacombs from day 1. I'm not the man I once was when I first came down here. It felt good to be back here, not fearing for my life. And here, I defeated a watchdog who looked more like a watch cat. Oh, Oh, right in the freaking thing. Oh, look at that. Now it's time for Stormvale, but getting there is no easy feat. Oh shit, that's a big boy. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Chill, bro. Chill, bro. I mean, they got a dog tornado home alert system. Oh, hell nah, dude. F the dogs, bro. I met this lady who sounds like she was once a princess or nobility of this castle, but she gave me a jellyfish, so that's pretty sick. I found another Everjail, home to a Crucible Knight. This guy was a lot tougher than the last one. I'm dead! My plan to cheese him with my special attack didn't work because he got a shield. Like, I gave it a bunch of tries, but it felt like this dude might just be too strong for me at the moment. Dude, I almost got him. What do you mean we're gonna be here a while? You might have noticed that I've been busting out a shield here and there. I started using it because the defenses here are really ranged heavy, so I've been practicing. Oh! What's up, bitch? That really hurt me though. But yeah, we'll definitely come back to this guy later. The storming of Stormvale continues. Storm the gates! See you, losers! Ow! Their defenses held strong. Oh, yeah, those are good against, But eventually I broke through and found myself on a bit of a side path. I see we have another bald brethren here. And that's where I met Tops. And he was talking about the Academy of Rhea Lucaria, a domain of sorcery that stayed out of the shattering business, it would seem. They've sealed themselves off, so I'm sure we'll find our way there eventually. And here is where I met Margit the Fell. Yo, that guy looks gnarly. This was a cool ass cutscene. Yo, that's sick. And this was a cool ass fight. I got too greedy there. Oh, I fell off the freaking map! Now, I did mess around with the cooperator Rogier, and he was pretty damn strong. Dude, we are freaking destroying this. Oh, yeah, right here. Dude, we are taking this guy down. Like, him in combination with that jellyfish almost led to a victory on the second attempt. Oh, dude, these guys are just doing everything for me. I feel like I'm cheating. But Margit's spin to win move was too strong for me. Oh, he still killed my ass. And in my third attempt, Margit was literally one tick away from death. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay, hold on. We're gonna get there. I decided to forego the cooperator from this point on, as it seemed like he was doing a lot of the work for me. And on my fifth attempt, I had Margit on the ropes. Yo, that does fat freaking damage. He was doing his best to hold on. Woo! Woo! But eventually, we won the day. Oh, come here! Let's go! What's up, bro? A couple of things. First off, what a fun fight. Second, I was told that Margit is basically the great equalizer in Elden Ring. If a new player were to, right out the gates, follow the grace and make it this far into Stormvale, they'd be met with Margit, and most likely would end up having to turn around and go level up somewhere else. As I've alluded to before, I really like the non-linearness of Elden Ring. Oh! And I can imagine a lot of players making their way here right from the start to be faced with a seemingly impossible fight. In fact, I feel like I've heard the name Margit making the rounds on the interwebs years ago when this game came out. But luckily for me, I'm an explorer whore, so by the time I got here, I was level 26. Not sure if I was a bit too over-leveled for this, but getting some practice in and learning the game before actually coming here was probably necessary. So how did your first fight with Margit go? Were you prepared for it, or did you have to leave and come back? Okay, let's push further into Stormvale. I decided to take the main gate. The reason being, because I'm kind of like a main gate kind of guy. And this is how that turned out. Golden rune. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh! But with rickety shield in hand, I ventured forth. All right, just keep moving. Dip, dive, roll, duck, dodge, and woo! Oh! And with every attempt, I made more progress than the last. Oh yeah, F you guys. Ow, stop poking me with that, bro. Ow, you asshole. I used the enemy to fight the enemy. Yo, the Arbalist took that guy out. I channeled my inner Spartan. Here we go. This is just like the freaking Spartans. And conjured the quickness of the Flash. Can't touch this. I have no stamina. Oh. And as always, I used the terrain to my advantage. Brief respite. Someone else was here too. And eventually, I cleared out this area. Surely there's a nice little grace area right in here. It looks very welcoming over. Okay, now who the hell left a lion just chilling over here? Shit. Okay, so instead of going the lion's way, I'll just go right up the gut. Oh, no! Okay, we're just gonna full send it and avoid these guys. We're gonna book it and go find a resting. They can't hit me. Oh! No matter what, we'll just keep pressing forward.
Run, Kev! Just run!
Surely there will be a rest site.
Oh, there's so many! There's so many dudes over here!
There was no rest site ahead.
Resting site. Oh my god! Why is there so many?
Yeah, we're gonna take that side path next time. Last we left off, we stormed the castle. It did not go very well. My souls are lost. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta learn to say goodbye. I finally get to talk about Stormvale, and I'm excited to talk about Stormvale because Castle Stormvale is a bitch. So that's what those barrels are for. But it's also pretty genius because entering Stormvale itself is no small feat.
Get some!
And the workers at this establishment are very rude.
Ow! Oh, what the? That's rude, sir! Sir?
Plus, on the map, the castle isn't particularly large, but on the inside, it is full of surprises.
Surprise, motherfucker!
I spent hours trying to navigate this area.
That bird, that's what you get, bird.
And I think that's kind of what makes Stormvale Castle so goated. It feels like its own mini game within Elden Ring.
Oh, there's two of them. I'm in a freaking corner.
Let me explain. So once I actually infiltrated Stormvale, I found myself in a chapel of sorts where I met Rogier.
Yeah, you're the guy.
Yeah, he's the cooperator for Margit, who I ended up buying some Ashes of War from. And then I found myself in this horrible room.
Yeah, why are we... Okay, yeah, they've been...
With an oddly familiar looking creature.
Is that the thing that kicked my ass in the beginning?
I have to emphasize how not ready I was to face this thing.
Oh, this guy's tough. He's gonna be a tough one. It'd be so nice if I found like a site to rest around here.
Because I had been spending this whole session running around.
Okay, can you not put me on fire though, bro?
Getting my ass kicked.
Oh, I think it's over here.
Losing runes and not making any personal gain.
Oh, this place is tough. I keep losing my runes, so I technically haven't really made like progress.
I had been exploring the map quite a bit, but it felt very fruitless. It wasn't until I found this little shortcut when it felt like I actually made some progress.
Race ahead and pray in short. Oh, can I pop this?
This lift connected me to the only site of grace I had active, giving me full confidence in saving my runes and fighting the spider lady.
Okay. That's progress. That's progress.
And I actually almost beat it during my next attempt.
Oh, he was so close. I got too greedy. Okay. I think we can take this guy.
This bitch was so angry at me.
Will you stop screaming at me, lady?
But I actually practiced a lot of patience during this fight and ended up taking it down.
Wait, let's not get greedy. We're not gonna get greedy. We're gonna full heal. Okay, we beat whatever the hell this flayed thing, the grafted thing. Okay, we beaten the castle. We can go home now. Very good.
After running around this place for what felt like ages, this felt like a true victory. Now, shortly after, I found my current favorite item in this game.
Yo, that is awesome. Can I move? I can freaking move too?
Oh yeah, you might have noticed by now, but I'm fully clothed.
Is having our booty hanging out, is that one of our calling cards though?
And I'm a little bit conflicted about being fully clothed.
It doesn't feel the same, right? It's like I feel kind of naked right now.
But the problem still remained. I was lost and tried almost everything to my knowledge to progress further into the castle.
Surely I can drop down to this ledge without repercussion, right? Right here to this ledge? Nope.
Ew! I was climbing to new heights, trying to follow these messages and jumping into odd nooks and crannies, and I was still getting my ass kicked.
Oh, I thought he was dead!
Which led to a very candid discussion about the challenge and difficulty of Elden Ring.
So I will say this, the challenge of this game, like even like just trying to figure out where to go here.
Oh!
But for real, what I was about to say before losing focus and falling to my death was that even through the struggle of Stormveil Castle, I was still having a really good time. There's been something somewhat cathartic about playing a game that has challenged me to this degree, something I haven't felt in a while. And eventually, I found myself circled back towards that very same main gate I was trying to breach before. Oh, I'm back over here. This is where I was earlier. Oh, no! No, I'm back over here again now. So that's when I decided to implement my ultimate strategy. Don't mind me. Equipment coming. Oh! Phase 1, infiltration. Can't touch this. No, can't touch this. Don't mind me, I'm just aboard, climbing these stairs up. Phase 2, subterfuge. Phase 1, infiltration complete. Phase 2, stab them in the butt. Stab them in the butt, and then we're gonna go up here again. And with some space cleared, phase 3, take out their boss. Watch this. Do it again! Okay, so I did eventually take out their boss, and with the courtyard cleared, navigation felt so much simpler. I found a Felilu. You seem badass. I found more sites of grace. I found this big ass cauldron. Oh! And I found big ass Godric the Grafted. Oh. Mr. Grabby Hands. Based off our progress in the castle thus far, he's a big boy. I wasn't expecting to encounter this guy that night.
General Kenobi.
But we did, and so we must fight. Jellyfish time! Leroy! And surprisingly, I was doing pretty well. Get him, Cap! Ah! And then the dude decided to chop his hand off. Oh, wait, what? He hit his hand. Yeah, this dude is batshit crazy. No, don't do that. We don't need any of that. And once more, I gotta say that these boss cutscenes have been so dope. Oh shit. Wait, what? That's crazy. And I just can't help but guess what this dragon hand is about to do. Oh, he's gonna breathe fire and okay, I feel like that's kind of cheating. So it's a good thing we already have some practice against dragons. We had ourselves an epic battle. Yeah, I saw that coming. I saw that coming too! He was busting out all sorts of moves. Oh, whoa, that was new! And on my third attempt, I had Godric on the brink. Oh, we got one! Oh, my jellyfish is up, let's freaking go! I could almost taste victory. Okay, wait, I think we could take this fool, actually. So on my fourth attempt, I unleashed every technique I had learned to this point. Ah, I'm just spamming my rolls! While he was busy spitting hot fire, I was busy kicking his ass. That's a big hit. That's a big ol' hit. He had a sliver of health left. I didn't let my greed overtake me. Get out of there, Kev. And then I went in for the killing blow. I did 2 of them. Oh, let's freaking go! Wait, did we do it? Did we do it? And that's how I not only discovered, but defeated Godric the Grafted and obtained my first Great Rune. First try, let's go! This was accomplished at level 31. Here's my current breakdown before treating myself. I'm gonna give me a couple strength points because I feel like I was a good boy and I deserve it. And we're trying to be a strong lad. Our current deaths thus far is 129. And I don't know what else I can say here. Castle Stormveil has to be one of the better self-contained areas in any game that I've played in recent memory. I said this earlier, but it feels like it could be its own little mini game. It's got a little bit of everything here. One of my friends was saying that Stormveil is a great little checkpoint for any new Elden Ring player. And looking at the Steam achievements, I'd say it does act as a gatekeeper of sorts. I would personally consider breaking into Stormveil past Market, navigating this godforsaken castle, and finally taking down Godric is a nice accomplishment for any gamer. Now I made this video for that reason. Stormveil seemed like just the right spot to take a breather and reflect on the experience thus far. But I did play another day, just to do some cleanup and housekeeping. This guy's kind of freaking gnarly, isn't he? I went back to the lion that kicked my ass so I could kick its ass. Jellyfish for the win. I made it past those giants on the bridge. Oh, right. Okay, that's the spot right there. Ooh! And up that tower to restore Godric's Great Rune. Then I officially met Roderica. It seems like she has a gift for spirit tuning. Looking forward to learning more about that. Fia is one of them deathbed companions, which was mentioned in the opening cinematic. I went and done got fingered by the two fingers. It's got more hair than me, so shit. It took a bunch of tries, but I did beat that mad tongue dude at the round table hold. Ah! We did it! We beat him! Thanks to the chat, I was finally able to find the depths of Stormvale and discovered this guy. Reaching in my butt. Oh my god! Very spooky, but we beat him on our second try. It was a pretty close call. There was also this curious thing. Looks like Rogier spent some time around here. And then I spent like 45 minutes trying to beat this Crucible Knight. I died like 14 times to this guy. Oh, we got one finally! There's just something about these smaller yet agile enemies that are really tough. But the footage you're seeing is from when I actually beat him. It's kind of funny how this 45-minute endeavor just ended in like 40 seconds. I guess that's Elden Ring for you sometimes. First frickin' try. You know how we do it over here. First try. Dude, why did that one seem so simple, man? And that's been my experience playing Elden Ring for the first time as a new Souls player as well. Now, I think it's too early to answer the question, is Elden Ring the greatest game of all time? But that's not even my intent. I just wanted to try a new game that I've heard so much about. Now, for all I know, I might be just like 5 to 10% of the way through the game, but I can answer this question, is Elden Ring fun? Yes, Elden Ring is a ton of fun. Would cut off my arm and graft a big ass dragon head to it out of 10 sort of fun. It's great as just a game as far as mechanics and just getting to fight things, but I think there's a little extra added on top due to the journey factor of it. It's definitely rewarding, like a different kind of feeling, right? And it's been fun enough that during my break editing this video, I've been itching to play it again. So I will be live later tonight on this YouTube channel and on Twitch, link in the description, and I'll be live here for the days to come. So do come find us.
Welcome!
Everyone, it's been a pleasure. I'd love to hear about your experiences with Elden Ring. Spoiler free, please and thanks. Thank you for giving me the honor of your most valuable resource of all, your time. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.